Boy, Mikey stepped back, and I want to get into the East Side, the East Coast. It's really a triumphant year for the NBA. A lot of teams, a lot of parity. The defensive rules have really lined up to really help the scoring, so it's a much more fluid game. I'm not saying I don't like it. I think there's aspects of it that make it more fun with the constant scoring and bringing new folks to basketball. Because the thing is, if you show too much of defense, I don't think a lot of people will come to spectate and watch. So you gotta keep pushing that. That said, the conversations about the Charlotte Hornets, I mean, it's a big one. It's a conversation of, did they underachieve or overachieve this year? And you look at the boy's face right there, new haircut, manning up. You can see they're trying. Kevin Porter Jr. is in the exact same position. Cut his hair. It looks like they're prepping him. Hey, you're special. Now you got to one up with your maturity, your attitude, the way people see you. Scored 17, 7, and 5 last night. There's a lot of things about his game. Obviously, his passing ability. He's gifted there. That's his special talent. Doesn't need the leaping ability because of what he can do. He's ambidextrous and flexible in the way that he moves to the basket, as well as the way he shoots his shot, which enables him to be looked at as one of the elite, premier, upcoming players in the NBA. If you have a talent like this, where I'm going, you would think that's enough to get you somewhere. Okay, we talk about teams like the Memphis Grizzlies and Ja Morant, who has a similar amount of talent to Charlotte and is in the West Coast, and they're a second seed, okay? Ja Morant is the leader of that team, and he's led them to that position, right? You got to give him credit. I know there's Jaren Jackson, I know there's Bane, I know there's a lot of guys playing, bro. I'm just giving you the top guy, all right? I would say the situation in Charlotte is still up in the air on who the best guy is. To me, I'm in love with Miles Bridges, man. I ain't gonna front, man. No homo, all right? I love his game. I think he's special. And I've said this several times in the draft. He does not get enough credit for what he can do on the court. He is really an all-purpose type of player. The new age Sean Marion plus one, okay? Can do everything. And he's overlooked every single year. Terry Rozier, I've heard talks of him being a killer in practice and giving Tyrese some of that work at times. I think he's underachieving for what he is. If you had those two pieces with Ja Morant over in Memphis, where would they be? That's the question mark for myself, and I continue to ask it. Let's go to another squad. Luka Doncic, he's just playing against this team. I know they took the loss, but look at Luka and what he brings to the table and the stablemates that he has. Everyone's slighting them. I've seen some comments. I just made a comment back. I love commenting back and forth in the chats. You know, it's a little bit of fun on off time. Luka doesn't really have it as much as Mr. LaMelo Ball. Okay, the lineup that the Charlotte Hornets have is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good, and they're certainly underachieving. Gordon Hayward. You got Miles Plumlee, who I love at the center position, and you know what I call one of these old rocks. That can put down game and be solid for you. You know, just it doesn't really jive to me why this team is not more successful in the rankings. Okay, let's go to another team. Trae Young is kind of another example on what he did, but I believe he has some pieces, and they're kind of in a similar ilk. Where I'm going here is, did the Charlotte Hornets under or overachieved this year? They're in a nice slot. They are hunting down the Nets. The Nets are hunting down the Raptors. And I don't think the Raptors should be in the playoffs, in my opinion, all right, from a talent perspective. Now, everyone's looking at scoring, okay? Defensively, they're one of the top teams in the NBA. Okay? Defensively, Toronto is one of the top teams in the NBA. We overlook it. But in my opinion, with the talent that, you know, me loving scoring, I love seeing scoring, you know, so I'm a little biased. I feel as though that your boys on the Hornets should have been making a little bit more waves. You know, they should have been in a better position. Now we look at the rankings. And let's be straight up. You know, your boys is not messing around, okay? Your boys is not messing around. Straight up, okay? These guys are certainly looking to really put a foothold on being a top NBA tier team. I need to get there quickly. I'm talking a little too much. What I'm saying is, the East Coast is starting to become, because of the amount of talent, almost like the West Coast. And we talk about parity, especially with an older LeBron James. I told you about this before. I said a few old men is going to have a rough road as he continues to try and go to be one of the premier players in the NBA and hold that status. It's going to be tough for LeBron, okay? Because age ain't nothing but a number, and a dollar ain't nothing but a thing. You know, it's true. It's true. He's 38, man. He's my age, man. The guy's an old man, and you know he's really overachieving, in my opinion, and what he brings to the Noodles, right? He's overachieving 100%. LeBron James is, you know. So, for me, there's no doubt about it. There's absolutely no doubt about it that the parity and the amount of competition is going to take to win is going to be linked to your star. Your star player is going to have to be that guy that's going to be better than everyone else's star player. Every one of these teams has a star player. Okay. Here's what I'm going to say now. You can see Trey creeping up too. Look at that parity between 7 and 10 as the Hawks try to sneak up. At the end of the day, the Hornets have improved. With the injuries they had, with the players that they have available, and the coaching. I think the coaching is not too bad. Everyone's kind of hating, but you know, Kelly Oubre was added. I love that piece. PJ Washington, tremendous here. Montrezl Harrell, Thomas, Book Knight. They are loaded, man. They're loaded. I think you just bring them back and change some of the offensive schemes. In my opinion, Charlotte has overachieved. Is it underachieving, not making the playoffs? Certainly. Without a question mark, that is the benchmark. That's why Michael Jordan pays you, right? But if you look at the vernacular as a whole, the Hornets look good. Now, who's going to be the superstar? Gordon Hayward hasn't been healthy. He hasn't been able to be healthy. And I believe if he was, we would be talking in a different situation right now, okay? You know, you look at the lineup and you say, okay, what's missing? To me, it's Gordon Hayward, right? We look at the box score. You know, where is he? Again, I'm assuming he's on injury, right? Let's go over to the Hornets side. Nowhere to be found. And that was the missing piece. You got to remember that. Charlotte's done well. They got the pieces. Now they go into the draft. I think they should lose it out here. I think they should lose it out and not make the playoffs. I think the Hornets have overachieved based upon what they had in the lineup perspective. And I think the East is getting even more scary. Mikey, step back. I'm going to sign off and let me know your thoughts. Put your shit in the comment. Like and subscribe to your boy. We all basketball heads. That's why I do this. I don't care if I got 5 or 10 or a million subscribers. I love basketball. It's a fun game. I'm gone. Gonna catch a flight. Peace.